meet the timeline, but in the next 3 to 5 years, it will be an achievable possibility. Just to give you an idea, there are almost 1.4 million diesel pumps in the country. And if we in Bangladesh convert even 10% of that irrigation pump, then that itself is 600 megawatt of energy generation. So I would like to close my note by welcoming you all for being here and thanking CEMS again for organizing this event, and hope you all enjoy and all the best. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you, Mr. Munawar. Ladies and gentlemen, now I'd like to request the special guest of today's program, President of the American Chamber of Commerce in Bangladesh, Mr. Aftabul Islam FCA, to kindly say a few words.
Very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am very honored to be here today on the 13th Power Bangladesh 2014 International Expo. Concurrent exhibition are also being held on the 8th Solar Bangladesh 2014, organized by the CEMS-Global. Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Tawfiq Elahi, Chaudhary, Beat Bikram, the Honorable Advisor for the Power and Energy, and he has been given the most difficult job of the country by the Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. I am equally happy to have with us the Chief of the Business Parliament, Qazi Akramuddin Ahmed. He is the President of PCCA, which is the Chief Parliament of the nation. This also attaches great importance on today's exhibition. I am very happy to see my very childhood friend Rahim Afroz, the founding member of the whole organization, and my good friend Manwar Moin, the organizer of today's event. First of all, let me express my thanks to the Honorable Chief Guest and the organizer for bringing the Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Tawfiq Elahi Chaudhary Beat Bikram, not by accident. They brought the Chief Guest by choice. And I am glad he has accepted your invitation on this great occasion. His indomitable courage, his unalloyed patriotism for the nation. As you know, he is the Beat Bikram. He is a valiant freedom fighter. And his oceanic depth of the field of knowledge on the energy characterize him as our intellectual navigator for the power and energy sector of Bangladesh. Many of us misunderstood him 5 years ago. Honestly, I am also one of that category. I thought that it is not possible what he had been saying at that point in time, that from 1,000 megawatt it can bring to 700 megawatt in certain days. It was dreamy for all of us, and we didn't believe that. And he is also proponent of the solar power, solar energy in this country. From 25,000 solar users, now it has gone to 3.5 million. Can you imagine? This country is so resilient, and people and the private sector picked up things very fast in this country. That is the opportunity for our friends from the international today. I can see a lot of participants from different countries. This is one of the best destinations, I can tell you, for the growth. No. Despite many problems, many people will say, but this country has been continuously giving 6 plus GDP growth. And the biggest challenge is the energy, which is a challenge for ourselves. It is an opportunity for you, the international exhibitors, for bringing the technology here in this country. Transfer of technology is another point I would like to mention. Now we have learned to deal with solar energy I can see solar in every house in the rural areas. And we have so far connected 47% of the rural areas so far. But still, the biggest part is not in the access to power. That is the biggest opportunity for all the goods and the essential things in this country. Can you imagine the size of market for the television, for the fridges, for any of the electrical appliances? The land value of a part of a road is 3 times where there is access to electricity. On the other side of the road, where there is no electricity, the value of the land has been 3 times lower. The population growth is about 2 to 3% where there is no electricity. And there is a 0 population growth on the other side of the village where there is electricity. That is the difference. So electricity, the energy and power should be the central focus of the government, which government has really taken in right direction. And about the chief guest, I'm telling you, he's not only a visionary, he's also a doer. I remember working with him about 35 years ago when it was our chief guest, honorable chief guest today. He's the first man who introduced the computer system in the government. In the Ministry of Establishment, he was Deputy Secretary, and I hope you remember. You imposed on the government, despite many obstacles and roadblocks, but that's the first time we had the main or mini computers in the government. That was Ministry of Establishment, I remember, back in 1982 or 83. So, I'm confident that this country will be flooded with the electricity. And this part, some part of the country is energy hungry, some part is energy rich. But Mr. Advisor, I would like you to give some little more attention on the regional connectivity. If, unfortunately, in this part of the region, if we see NAFTA, there are 60% of opportunities are being taken by the NAFTA. European Commission, they are about taking 70% of their benefits by themselves. Same case with the ASEAN, but unfortunately, in our part, in our region, SAPTA or SARC or whatever it may be called, because of great mistrust among the regional countries, we cannot take the advantage of the potential of the region. Then if we consider the Nepal and Bhutan has 88,000 megawatt of capacity of installation for the hydro. If we in the region can clubbing with the Nepal along with our donor, World Bank or whatever it may be called, or Asian Development Bank, if we develop any of the hydro project of the region in Nepal or Bhutan, the whole region can be energy rich. Even unfortunately, even in India, who is also guarding their turf so heavily, but it has already started. We have the regional connectivity with India, perhaps 200, 300 megawatt is now coming. Another contract is being signed with the Agartala, Tripura to Kumilla. So these are the new things, and I'm glad the regional connectivity government is giving full attention to the regional connectivity. If we have the potential, utilize the potential of the region, Nepal and Bhutan, the whole of Bangladesh, India, and the Sri Lanka and the countries among the region will be highly energy rich. There will none of the part of the country will be energy hungry. So that is the great potential, and I hope our chief guest, who is in charge of the energy and power, will take a closer look on this particular issue. Mr. Chief Guest, let me take the opportunity of this coming to this meeting, since I have the opportunity of meeting the advisor of the energy. We have some resources among ourselves, and we have the president of the FBCCI is also here today. But for the last 10 years, we have been giving step up, step back on certain things on the coal policy. Bangladesh has a reserve of about 15 TCF of gas, 283 million barrels of oil, and an estimated 2.5 billion tons of coal in 5 coal mines discovered so far at Borapukuria, at Fulbari, Jamalganj, Kalishpur, and Digipara. These are the five coal mines that we have already discovered. Unfortunately, it is not being digged out. Any resource under your feet is not a resource unless it is being explored. Sir, we have 250 billion of tons of coal in our country. Unfortunately, the coal policy is yet to see the light of the day. And I'm glad that today we have this function is being raised by the chief of FPCCI. It is also part of his arena to please push out the coal policy and coal policy once again. We have been struggling for the last 10 years about only one issue, whether it will be a open pit or the closed pit. We have been struggling for only one thing, open pit or the closed pit. Sir, I assure you, by making a cost-benefit analysis, what is good for the nation, we must go ahead with it. Whatever political problem that we will confront, let us face it, sir. There are few people, those who are against the open pit or closed pit, they would like to keep the country poor because of their own interest. But we have the resources. Let us explore all the resources for the nation, for the people, keeping in view that we have the next generation to come. With this word, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I heartily congratulate the CEMS-Global for their wonderful exposition this time with the energy and power and the solar, and I wish them a great success. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to Mr. Aftabul Islam, President MCHEM. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to request the President of Federation of Bangladesh Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Mr. Qazi Akramuddin Ahmed, to kindly say a few words. Mr. Qazi Akramuddin Ahmed.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We are all here. We assembled here at the inaugural ceremony of 13 Power Bangladesh 2014 International Expo and 8 Solar Bangladesh 2014 to discuss regarding the power generation system and the quality and the position of Bangladesh. And we are here, and we are very much He's a great freedom fighter, and he is known to me. We know each other since 1960, I think, when we are studying in Dhaka College, 1960. Since then, I know him as a personality of a man of commitment and man of conviction, and he proved by this time under the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister that he can do what he likes to do. And Prime Minister is very much trusted to our Honorable Prime Minister. That is why he was the Energy Secretary for 6-7 years, and now he is the Energy Advisor for the last 6 years. Many advisor changes, but Tawfiq Elahi Chaudhry is here. He is the most important man in Bangladesh at this moment. And Mr. Aftabul Islam, he's a just younger brother of mine. He's the president of American Bangladesh Chamber of Commerce. And Mr. Moin is a he's a managing director of Rohim Afroz. His father is known to me long time back. And I think this is presiding, this is the man behind it, that woman. Now woman, we cannot distinguish woman and man. by this time women become more than men sometime, as because our society is now governed by the women, not by the men. As because Prime Minister, Speaker, Leader of the Opposition, everybody is woman, and that is why we are assembled here. That I must thank Mrs. Mehrun N. Islam, President, Global MD, CEMS, and Global US and Asia Pacific, and the distinguished gathering, and mainly the media. Mrs. Islam also told that regarding the media is the main focus at this moment in Bangladesh, and the distinguished foreign guests present here. Assalamu alaikum and very, very good morning to you all. It is a great pleasure for me to attend this inaugural session of 13 Power Bangladesh 2014 and Expo 8 and Solar Plant. We are grateful to, by this time I told, is grateful to our Tawfiq Alahi Authority to be the chief guest as an advisor of the government, to not the government only, this is advisor to the Prime Minister for the sector, most important sector, vibrant sector at this moment in Bangladesh. He is advisor of Power, Energy and Mineral Resources Affairs of Bangladesh. And I am pleased to know that the exposition has brought together experts engaged in power engineering industry, distribution system, alternate power system, energy, renewable energy system, and the leading manufacturers and distributors, representatives from all over the world in assembled here in Bangladesh. The concurrent event 8 Solar Bangladesh 2014 International Expo will also promote the use of solar energy in this country. We are very hungry for the energy, and we are waiting for the solar energy to be distributed in our rural area in Bangladesh. By this time, you know that the other day, in presence of our advisor, our Honorable Prime Minister declared this inaugurate the 3 million, 30 lakhs home solar system, and I think by this time Bangladesh people is getting 8%. People are getting the solar system energy from the solar system of Bangladesh. Definitely, this expo